Welcome you all for non-traditional machining. Subject code is 18ME641. This is module 1, Introduction to Non-Traditional Machining, lecture series 2. Myself, Prashanta MV, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Canara Engineering College, Benjanapadavu, Mangaluru. Disclaimer: this PPT has been prepared by referring many sources, which includes figures, diagrams from internet as well as from prescribed text and reference books. I do not claim any originality in preparing this video or PPT. This PPT or video is exclusively for the purpose of education and not for any financial gains. I wholeheartedly thank all those who have directly or indirectly contributed to do this PPT or video. For all, thank you very much. Next, the classification based on nature of energy employed in machining. Just what we discussed in the previous slide, the same energy methods are represented in some table form. Make 5 columns: type of energy, mechanism of material removal, medium of energy transfer, energy source, process or methods. As you know already, 4 basic energy forms: mechanical energy, chemical energy, electrochemical energy, thermal or electrothermal energy. When we go for our first case, mechanical energy, in this case the material is removed takes place by erosion mechanism. To supply or medium of energy transfer, here high velocity particles like abrasive particles, whether it is coarse or fine abrasive grains. And energy source is here make use a pneumatic or hydraulic pressure. When the pressure is created by using a compressed air, that is a pneumatic pressure. When the pressure is generated by using fluid, that is called, fluid is nothing but a liquid, that is called a hydraulic pressure. Pneumatic or hydraulic pressure is the main energy source for mechanical energy methods. Here 3 equipments are utilized under mechanical energy: USM ultrasonic machining, AJM abrasive jet machining, WJM water jet machining. And second type of energy, chemical energy. Here pure chemical energy is utilized to remove the excess material from the work surface. And the isolation process or ablative reaction process is responsible for a material removal. This is the mechanism of material removal process, that is ablative, reaction or isolation. And here a medium of energy transfer is a reactive environment. Create some reactive environment in between a chemical reagent and workpiece, and the workpiece erosion or the workpiece removing the unwanted material from the workpiece takes place by a reactive environment. And energy source is corrosive agent. Here corrosive agent is used as an energy source. Here the process or method is CHM, chemical machining or chemical honing process. Okay. Next, third energy method, combination of electrical energy and chemical energy, electrochemical machining. Here the material removal takes place by using ion displacement. In this case, ion displacement is the mechanism of a material removal process. And medium of energy transfer here is electrolyte. Electrolyte is the medium of energy transfer. And here energy source is high current. Energy source is high current. Here the processes are ECM, ECG, ECH, electrochemical machining, electrochemical grinding and electrochemical honing. Okay. And a last part of this table, electrothermal energy, combination of electrical energy and thermal energy utilized methods. Here in mechanism of a material removal, here are two types. First we will move on to a fusion process, fusion or a separation process. And in fusion or separation process, the medium of energy transfer, energy sources and processes are again divided into two platforms. When fusion is the mechanism of material removal, the medium of energy transfers are ion or hot gases and one more, electrons. When ion or hot gases are the medium of energy transfer, the energy source is ionized material and the process is IBM, ion beam machining. When mechanism of material removal process is fusion or separation and medium of energy transfer is electrons, the energy source is high voltage and process is EBM. EBM means electron beam machining. And second mechanism of material removal, that is vaporization. In vaporization also two types of medium of energy transfer, energy source and processes. One, in case of vaporization is the mechanism of material removal, the medium of energy transfer is a radiation. In such case, the energy source is amplified light and process is LBM, a laser beam machining. And same energy but mechanism of a material removal is vaporization. In such case, the medium of energy transfer is ion stream. When ion stream is a medium of energy transfer, the energy source is ionized material. When energy source is ionized material, the process is PAM, plasma arc machining. This is the brief classification based on nature of energy employed during machining. Points to be remembered. See, other aspects of comparison between conventional machining and non-traditional or non-conventional machining, and also among non-traditional machining methods themselves, or with regard to material removal rates, power consumed, accuracy and surface finish that can be achieved. Okay. See, here now comes to points to be remembered. Non-traditional machining processes are not to be considered as a replacements of conventional machining methods of metal working. They also do not offer the best solutions for all applications. Keep on remembering. See, this NTM process is a not replacement of conventional machining methods. Okay. See, in nowadays also the conventional machining methods used by some industries, and in non-traditional machining processes also do not offer best solutions for all applications. Among these, the various energy utilization methods do not offer best solutions for all applications as a customer requirement. Okay, some operations or some methods will meet their expectations, some operations are not. That is why they also don't offer the best solutions for all applications. They should only be viewed as complementing the conventional metal working method. This is a alternative way, or it is a complementary process compared to conventional metal working method. And the suitability of any of the non-traditional machining processes for any specific application should be judged from the standpoint of increased reliability of the process. Increased reliability of the process, better quality assurance, and its ability to machine workpieces which cannot easily worked by conventional methods. To overcome these problems, like the problems arised in the conventional methods, to overcome these problems, the NTM process is adopted or the NTM process is utilized. Again, classification based on nature of energy employed in machining. See, in previous slides, we have discussed the classification of non-traditional machining based on nature of energy utilizing using some table. But here, by using some word format, words here, types of energy, mechanical energy, chemical energy or electrochemical energy, thermal or electrothermal energy. See, a few books referred instead of 4 energy, they have clubbed into 3 types of energy. Similarly, as I mentioned in this types of energy column. Okay. See, first thing is mechanical energy. The excess material is removed by mechanical erosion of the workpiece material. In this case, what will happen in the mechanical methods of non-traditional machining, the material is principally removed by mechanical erosion of the workpiece material, and the mechanical methods include ultrasonic machining USM, abrasive jet machining AJM, water jet machining WJM, abrasive water jet machining AWJM, magnetic abrasive finishing MAF, abrasive flow machining AFM. These are the few of the equipments comes under mechanical energy utilization. See, mechanical advanced machining methods like USM, AJM, WJM, AWJM and MAF and AFM have been developed but with only a limited success. Here, kinetic energy of either abrasive particles or a water jet in case of water jet machining is utilized to remove material from the workpiece. See, abrasive particles used in abrasive jet machining and water jet used in water jet machining. These two are utilized to remove material from the workpiece. In case of abrasive water jet machining, it also uses kinetic energy of abrasive particles flowing along with water jet, hence the name abrasive water jet machining. And in case of a magnetic abrasive finishing, MAF is another process in which magnetic abrasive brush is utilized to reduce surface irregularities from the pre-machined surfaces. That is happening in the MAF, magnetic abrasive finishing process. And new operation, and that is abrasive flow machining. A new finishing process is called abrasive flow machining. This has also been recently developed. However, performance of these processes depends upon hardness, strength and other physical and mechanical properties of the work material. Okay. What is really needed is the development of machining methods whose performance is not affected by physical, metallurgical and mechanical properties of the work material. Okay. This is the main motto. Whatever the machining methods we introduced or we developed whose performance is not affected by physical, mechanical and metallurgical properties of the work material. Okay. Next is chemical energy or electrochemical energy. Here, once the pure chemical energy is utilized, that process is called chemical machining. When the combination of electrical energy and chemical energy is utilized, such operations are called electrochemical machining. Okay. Here, first one, the excess material is removed from workpiece by using chemical energy through chemical reagents or etchants. Etchants is nothing but acids or alkali solutions. This is happening when the pure chemical machining is done. Okay, and second one is the excess material is removed from the workpiece by ion displacement mechanism, that is electrochemical machining. Okay, I will repeat. For combining of these two, the chemical and electrochemical machining methods involve a controlled etching or anodic dissolution of the workpiece material in contact with a chemical solution, and the processes includes under chemical energy or electrochemical energy. Here chemical machining CHM or chemical machining again CHM and chemical blanking CHB. Okay, and in electrochemical machining ECM, electrochemical grinding ECG, electrochemical honing ECH and electrochemical deburring ECD. And before going to last, and still more for this chemical energy and electrochemical energy, here chemical machining is an etching process which has a narrow range of applications, mainly because of a very low material removal rate. And difficulty in finding a suitable etchant for the given workpiece material. Etchant means chemical solution like acid or alkaline solution. Okay. And on the other hand, the electrochemical machining has a very wide field of applications. It is a controlled anodic dissolution process that yields high material removal rate, which is independent of any physical and mechanical properties of the material. That is the main point. Okay. See, whatever the chemical solution is used in the operations, it should be independent of any physical and mechanical properties of workpiece material. See, this chemical nature of this chemical solution should not affect on the properties of the workpiece. Okay. But workpiece or workpiece material should be electrically conductive. See, whatever the workpiece material is used in case of electrochemical machining, that should be electrically conductive. Okay. And in this process, there is no tool wear, there is no residual stresses, there is no thermal damage caused to the workpiece material, and there is no burrs on the machined edges. Nevertheless, these advanced machining processes cannot fully replace the conventional machining process. Okay, and these processes are just alternative method of conventional machining methods. And last is thermal energy or electrothermal energy. Here the excess material is removed from the workpiece by using thermal energy or combination of electrical and thermal energy. Here what will happen in the thermal and electrothermal methods, the thermal energy is employed to melt and vaporize tiny bits of a work material by concentrating the heat energy on a small area of the workpiece. Here what will happen? See, the thermal energy is utilized to melt and vaporize the small space, the small area of the work material by concentrating the heat energy on that area of the workpiece. By a continued repetition of this process, we can get a required shape. We can get required shape when we continue this process as again and again. Okay. So this is happening in the thermal or electrothermal process. Again, see, in thermal methods what will happen? The energy is supplied in the form of heat. In the form of heat is nothing but a plasma. In the form of heat, that is a plasma arc machining, PAM. And when in the form of light, that is a laser beam machining. When in the form of electron bombardment, there is a electron beam. Okay, electron beam machining. When heat is utilized, plasma arc machining. When light is utilized, laser beam machining. When electron bombardment is used, that is electron beam machining. When ion bombardment is utilized, that is ion beam machining. Okay. So here what will happen? The entire energy is concentrated onto a small area of the workpiece. The energy, the entire energy like heat or light or electron bombardment is concentrated onto a small area of the workpiece, resulting in a melting process or melting and vaporization both. The melting process is done when the heat is concentrated on the particular location, or the light is concentrated on particular location, and so on. Plasma arc machining has been identified as a rough machining process. Keep it remembering, plasma arc machining has been identified as a rough machining process, and laser beam and electron beam machining are good enough for making very fine cuts and holes. And here some extent part. However, the electric discharge machining is a process which is capable of machining the materials economically and accurately. These are the few process parameters. See, while selecting any process to be used, the following factors should be taken care of. Process like process capability, physical parameters, shape to be machined, properties of the work material to be cut, and economics of the process. These are the factors to be considered. These things will we discuss in the next class. So now I will stop the class. Thank you.